If I sound stuffy, it's because I am. I'm a little bit sick. I think I have the flu or something, or the cold. I don't know. But I need it to go away. Hey everybody! Today I'm going to be talking about post-grad life. And normally I like write down everything that I want to talk about so I don't forget, but right now I didn't write nothing down. I'm going to speak from the heart. I just graduated, so I'm going through it. So the first thing I want to talk about after graduating is the identity crisis. We've been in school literally since we were 5 years old. Every single day we've been in that building, besides summer break, of course. We've been in a school building 8 hours a day. It's crazy. We're in school literally our whole life. So for some people, like, school just becomes your life. So once you graduate, me personally, I had no plans of going to graduate school or anything like that. So once I got my bachelor's, that was it. So last year it was like, well, what do I do now? Like, I just, it was so hard for me to figure out who I was without school literally attached to me. Especially considering the fact that I was like the straight A student. I was always like studying or doing homework or extracurricular activities. So once it all stopped, I was like, what do I do now? Like, literally, what do I do now with my time? I didn't know what my life would look like after college. I didn't know what I will be doing, who I'll be hanging out with, like what my days will look like. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay not to know. Like, it literally is okay, because you will figure it out as you go. I promise you. The stress of not knowing what's to come will go away, because it's literally a part of life to move into a new transition, to move into a new phase, and everything will be okay. I really was freaking out. Like, it took me a while. Like, my sister told me, she was like, oh, well, it sounds like you were having an identity crisis. And I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and that's literally, it's true. You probably will feel that way because, like I said, this is your first time ever not being in school, so you're gonna have to adjust, or you're gonna have to relearn like who you are without school attached to you. And for people who are going to graduate school, you still will like have to make a transition to, because graduate school is nothing like actually I wouldn't know, but it is different, I feel like, from what people talk about. So just know that you got this. The next thing I want to talk about, for those of us, and I say us because I am one of them, for those of us who don't have our whole life planned out, for those of us who didn't come out of college with a Fortune 500 job, with a 9-to-5, with nothing, it's okay. It's okay not to have everything figured out. I promise you. I know it looks like all these people, everyone already has a job, everyone's already working, everyone's already this. It's okay. You're not the only one. You're not. Because people don't post the bad things about their life. People only post their highlights. So it might seem like everyone got a job straight out of college, but everyone who didn't isn't talking about it. So I'm here to talk about it. I feel like such a failure. I was like, I'm doing something wrong. Like, how do I not have a job? I had a job, but not like a job. You know, like a grown-up job, 9-to-5. I felt like I was doing something wrong. I felt like I wasn't gonna make it. No, that's not true. I just felt like I was so behind. I'm like, how did you get this job before you even graduated? Like, you already knew you was gonna be working there. Like, you ate. But me, I was starving. Okay, so I just want to remind you that it will be okay. You will figure it out. It's okay not to have everything figured out. Like, everyone's life is not gonna go linear the same. It might take you a couple years even after you graduate to really find where you want to belong, especially for people who got a degree in a certain area that they might not even like for real, but they just got the degree because people were pressing them to go to college, pressing. I just want to reassure you that it will be okay as long as you're working, making some type of money, even if it's not a corporate job. Don't let anybody let you feel like any less of yourself, because you still have the degree at the end of the day, right? So it's not going to expire. It's not going anywhere. And it's up to you. Just take your time to figure out what you want to do and where you want to be. After you graduate, The culture shock of paying bills will slap you in the face. You're working for your money, but your money is leaving you before you even get paid. I'm telling you right now, college, like the idea of college is predatory. Like them telling you you're gonna be making this much money a year, you're gonna be doing this, that, so you're gonna have all this extra money. Not right out of college, okay? Because you still have to pay your rent, you still have to pay your car note, maybe if you have one, you have to pay your insurance, you have to buy groceries, you have to buy everything. Like everything costs money. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And even if you were like paying rent, like for an apartment in college, or I don't know, I personally, I lived in a dorm all for, well, I had the pandemic, I had to suffer through the pandemic, so the time that I was on the campus, I was living in a dorm. So all of my money was my money, and I kept my money for things that I wanted or only needed. I did buy myself groceries, and you know, I handled all my own stuff, like buying clothes or all these things. But when it came to like bigger bills, man, what? You do not have as much money as they make it seem. They're telling you straight out of college you'll be making 50,000, but literally 40,000 of that dollars is going towards bills, at least, at minimum. So I just want everybody to understand that. Don't think like you're gonna have all of this money to splurge. Oh, I have this big girl job. Like, unless you're living with your parents, like sometimes some people have it easier, but just know that it's a shock, it's a change. Because I was working from the time I was 16, so I always had my own money. But having money is different than having money and paying bills. I hope I'm making sense, because that shit didn't make no sense to me. I was just like, where is my money going? To my bills. Oh my god. You will become adjusted over time. Like, you definitely will get used to it, and like you'll be able to budget your money better, things like that. But at first it's pretty hard. I feel like it was hard for me, so I don't know about everybody else. And another thing to get used to after you graduate is the fact that your friends are probably far away. Your college friends who used to literally live down the hall from you now live in Texas. So it's like, it's really adapting. You have to adapt to a lot after college, which is why it might feel so much, because it is so much. There's a lot of change happening. There's a lot you have to become adapted to, and I know some people struggle to adapt to change, so just beware of how much your life will change. Like, you won't be able to just call up your friends, be like, hey, do you want to hang out today? Probably not, because they have to work, and you have to plan ahead. Usually be like, okay, are you free in 2 weeks? And it's pretty hard. So you really have to put in an effort to make sure that you're making time for your friends, making time for your, you know, social life or love life, whatever. That's another big change after college, is that you're always working. And if you're not working, then your friend is probably working, or maybe your partner is working, and it's like everybody's always working. So when are we having fun? So that's just another thing you have to get used to after college, is just planning ahead. But yeah, me personally, I was one of those people who, I got a degree in an area that I wasn't really interested in. I thought I was interested in it. I really did think I was. But then I went to one little program. It wasn't an internship, but it was like in the direction that I wanted to go. And I was so bored out of my mind that I was like, there's no way I can do this. There's no way. Like, I'm too talented to be sitting in the office building. Like, get me out of here. Since I graduated, I just been trying to figure out what I do like to do, what I'm actually passionate about, and I'm finding new things that I didn't even know about myself, that I really like teaching. I love working with kids, things like that I never knew before, because I didn't have experience with it. So that's another thing about college, is just making you pick a major before you even have any life experience. Make it make sense. But unfortunately, that's how college goes, so we have to live with it. On top of just feeling pressure from your family, pressure from your friends, maybe your peers, don't let them just make decisions for you, because you're the one that has to live with your decisions. You're the one that's gonna have to clock in and clock out every single day. So if your family is telling you to go to law school and be a lawyer, but you don't want to be a lawyer, then don't be a lawyer. Because they're not the ones that's going to come sit with you in class and take the tests. Okay? So you need to just decide, literally follow your heart and see what is really right for you and your future, because it's yours. Okay? That's pretty much all I have to say. I feel like there's more, but like I said, I didn't write nothing down. I'm just speaking from the heart, and those are the big things that really happened like in my life after college. So if anyone else can relate, I just wanted to give you some reassurance that it will be okay and that you will get adjusted. And always remember, don't compare yourself to other people, because everyone's story is differently. And do the things that you really love to do. Do what you're actually passionate about. Look at your skills, look at your talents, and then follow that path. Because some of those skills and talents might not have been revealed to you when you was 18 years old. But that is okay. We're still 20. We're in our 20s. We're young. And we're still trying to figure out this life thing, this adult thing. So everyone is making mistakes. Everyone is learning new things. But turn your mistakes into lessons. And just remember to keep going and just try your best. That's all you can do, is your best. That's all I have for today, for real. I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions, comments, or anything relatable to say, leave it in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. I post videos every single Friday, so I'll be back next week. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.